Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stimulus Control Games. I'm Rachel Downs. In this part of lesson 1 today, we're going to be working on our stationary behaviors. So for this class, I'm going to ask that you pick a single stationary behavior that you want to work through. That could be something as simple as just maintaining position on some type of station or platform, a start line stay, a 2-on 2-off position, whatever you'd like it to be. So we're going to work on training those stationary behaviors. I'd like for it to be somewhat trained already, but we're going to work on training that behavior and then using our stimulus control on our reinforcements to strengthen that behavior. Notice I don't use the word proof. For me personally, the word proof has kind of like old school connotations. And I think often we think about setting the dogs up for failure or setting the dogs up to see if they can handle something or some kind of outside stimulus or extra pressure that we add. Instead, we're going to use the stimulus control that we have on our reinforcements and our errorless learning concepts to help strengthen the behavior so that the dog can perform the behavior even under stress, like a trial situation. So to do this, we can start with our food cue, our food marker cue, that is going to release the dog from behavior, which you're going to see me do. That one is yes. So very often that's the one I use when I start to introduce a behavior and I'm shaping it. And then we can use our delivery marker cue. So for me, that's good. So you'll hear me say good and reinforce in position multiple times, and then release the dog with my release cue. As we do this and as we go along in this class, then you can start to add in more of our 3Ds. So you can start to focus on, we're going to work on our duration. You can start to focus on adding a little bit of distance from you and the dog. And then the distraction component of that is what we're going to work on when we start using our stimulus control on our reinforcement to strengthen that behavior. So here you're going to see me working with Glory, and the position that I'm working on is a down on a station. That's what I'm going to use for the ease of the concept in this class. You're going to see me later on do some work with a 2-on 2-off with it later on in the class so that you can see how that works. But right now, she's been being released when she offers me the down on the platform. So she's been given a yes and had food thrown. Now you hear me giving that duration cue. So I tell her good and I feed her multiple times in place, and then very clearly a yes or an okay and then a release. It's really important when we are building up duration on a behavior, it's really important that we focus on the cues that mark the beginning of the behavior and the end of the behavior, and less important that we focus on getting long amounts of time in between. So we're better off when we start training focusing on lots of shorter repetitions where we give a clear cue for the behavior and then a clear end to the behavior than we are doing a few repetitions where we ask for really long amounts of time in between. So you'll see, even though I know that Glory is right now capable of maintaining that position for a long time, I'm not asking for her for that at the moment. I just want her to learn and understand the concept of this behavior having that duration component and what the start and the end of that behavior are.